Hello, Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on. Saggy. Your motto is we seek. Tell me things that you don't know, what you should know, what you need to know. I want to have the sex with you. A far distance. Birth and new beginnings. Asian Pacific Islander. Someone from the islands. Ooh. Someone at a distance. Are you going to have a new beginning with someone in a distance? Someone who's desiring you? Someone who could be from the islands? Tropical. Tattoos and scars. Somebody that could have tattoos or scars. On the down low. Demonic or jinn attachment or possession. Whoa, Saggy. Extraterrestrial connection. Someone who can be very ethereal. Someone who seems a bit different on many levels. Maybe they think this of you. Experiments or research and investigation. This is an interesting person that you're dealing with. A very interesting person. Now, this could be describing of you, or this could describe someone who is around you. This person who has demonic or lower energy attachments, or attachments to kind of the lower realms and also above to the upper realms as well. I would say someone who has Scorpio or a lot of Pluto in their chart, a setup or conspiracy. What is this setup or conspiracy? What? Now, with extraterrestrial connection, this is someone who has Pisces within their chart. Pisces, Pluto, Scorpio, Neptune, Jupiter. Psychic medium or tarot reader. Empathy or an empath and martyr. And a court case and lawsuit. What is this court case and lawsuit? There could be a court case or a lawsuit, or somebody's thinking about having some kind of law thing, maybe about some experiments or research, or maybe someone who's doing some investigations, or someone who investigates a lot of ethereal or demonic forces. There is a setup maybe around a psychic medium or tarot reader, and somebody wants to get some kind of justice. Well, this is fascinating. Saggy. Let's do a free read. Page of Wands. Messages. Somebody wants to give you a message about some kind of truth, something that was hidden before. About an ending, or about a loss of some kind of finances, or about a theft, or it was like somebody was holding back finances from you, or inheritance from you, or this is someone that's hiding some kind of loss or financial loss, or hiding some kind of robbery or embezzlement, or somebody that's hiding some kind of lack or a broken home or a broken shared finance. This is somebody that's communicating, or you want to communicate towards somebody that you have an ending towards this shared finance situation. Somebody wants to come towards you to communicate about something that was taken from you or covered up, that took your financial stability and abundance. What's this? The Magician. I think that somebody wants to give you some kind of pages or messengers. And they want to give you a message about some kind of action, or a message about some kind of movement, or a message about some kind of passion. And whatever this message is, it's like they're hiding something about an end towards their financial stability. It's like they're trying to rebuild. Now, the wands are usually passion. This is action, you know. It's very like, the wands are usually pictured as something that's kind of like, the wands are kind of phallic looking, you know. It's like somebody that wants to come in and, or speak to you. It's should give you messages about this, but they're holding something back about some kind of lack. It's like you're communicating with somebody, or somebody's communicating with you that's hiding something about some financial lack. Or somebody that's like, I don't know, somebody that was stolen from, or stolen from you, or, you know, somebody that's like the Magician and the Seven of Wands. But this is like a shared situation that's like, this isn't very abundant. This is an abundant situation. This isn't something that's gonna, like, this isn't a very good like investment or a way to go. Like, somebody that communicates with you is in some kind of lack, or is in some kind of like a lack mentality mindset. And, you know, it's like, I'm trying to rebuild now. I'm trying to stay on top of things. I'm trying to stay up for top of myself. You're communicating with somebody who is trying to rebuild something, and, you know, somebody that feels like they have to defend themselves. Maybe they have to defend, like, you know, like their finances after they were robbed or something, or after there was like some kind of breakup or divorce. Secrets, balance. 9 of, there's you. So something is definitely being hidden. There could be like some kind of robbery or embezzlement, or like somebody holding back some kind of inheritance or money from you. You know, possibly about with someone with Virgo or Gemini in their chart. If a Gemini or Virgo reaches out to you, it's because they're in lack. Or if you're reaching out to a Gemini or Virgo, maybe possibly because you're in lack. And it's like this Virgo or Gemini is trying to stand up for themselves. You know, there is secrets that are kept here. There's lack of communication. There is like, you know, and somebody wants to bring balance towards this lack of communication, or this lack of clarity. After this ending, there was a lot of anxieties, there's a lot of sleepless nights, this lack mentality. And It's like someone trying to clear up some kind of confusion or bring balance to something that caused a lot of confusion. They're trying to find stability, trying to find some kind of balance, trying to find a stronger foundation. Whoever you're dealing with, they don't want to be defensive anymore. Like, I don't want to be, I don't know, like, they don't want to be defensive. They want to come out of being wounded about something. They want to bring some kind of clarity and, you know, but it's like, why? You're communicating something, or somebody's communicating with you about lack of communication, about things that were hidden, about secrets or deceits that were kept. And it's like, okay, I'm going to stop being defensive and I'm going to stay open to this. Or at least I'm going to, like, be willing to hear this person out. But then things are still being hidden. Somebody comes in with passion, but things are still being hidden. And there's like a want for some kind of balance between the two. But like somebody is like juggling work and home life, finances, a lot of responsibilities. Somebody feels like they're doing it all on their own. Somebody wants a balance between somebody or something that they're dealing with that, you know, you're not communicating with, you're holding back from. Because you feel like you're in some kind of lack. And this communication brought a lot of mental conflict and anxiety because of a Knight of Wands character who is like someone who comes in and out of your life a lot. And like it really puts you in some kind of mental unrest and an energy of lack mentality. An energy of lack. And it's like, okay, well, we had this shared finances, we had these shared resources. This could be a marriage, a business partnership, and then it's like, or somebody could be just, you could be struggling financially right now, and it's something that you're not really revealing, and it brought a lot of mental unrest, mental and emotional unrest. Because it's like, you know, you feel a lack of support. And it's like, I'm not going to communicate anymore because I don't feel supported in any way. Because, you know, it's like, or this lack of communication is making me feel unsupported, or, you know, or because I feel like unsupported, like I have trouble sleeping, like, and it's like you're trying to reach out to somebody who doesn't want to invest in you all that much, and you're trying to find emotional or even physical support by someone who's not willing to give that to you. It's like, because they're dealing with a lot of stuff too. They're willing to hear you out, but it's like, you know, they're kind of like a fair weather friend, you know. They're somebody that, you know, comes around when things are good, but leaves when things are bad. You're trying to manifest things in your life after this kind of financial stability, or rebuilding after this lack of communication, or just rebuilding in your life in general, and this anxieties that you feel because of it. And you're trying to manifest something better and new. And with this person and this energy that you're dealing with, there is a stuckness that's happening is because there's a lack of investment on this person's part. It's like you're trying to find emotional support from the wrong person who's kind of like, who doesn't offer all that much, or who's not willing to offer this much. It's a fair weather friend. They're finally making a judgment. Like, I'm going to call it. I made a judgment on this before, why there's a stuck energy. And you're just trying to manifest something with the wrong person and the wrong situation. Because it's like a fair weather friend. It's like, I'm going to try to state my case. I'm going to try to stand up for myself. I'm going to try to get my point across to some kind of stability. But it's like, why are you going to stand up with something that's ultimately toxic? You're trying to build a foundation with something that's kind of toxic. Somebody made a judgment on something that's kind of toxic. King of Swords, a cutting off. Defensiveness. A lack of stability. Trying to find support by the wrong area or wrong person or the wrong individual. Maybe you feel unsupported and you feel like this person could, but it's like, it's the wrong person to do this, because it's like, this is like a final judgment. This is like, you know, after the revelation comes, you know, the judgment of God, and, you know, he weighs people's hearts, and he sees who's going to be uplifted into the, you know, to be, what is that word? I guess who's going to be brought up to heaven and who's going to stay in purgatory. But it's like, okay, I'm going to call this because this is toxic. This foundation wasn't a foundation. You could fight to build a foundation, but what are you going to fight to build a foundation to? Someone who likes to stay in control of themselves, of their emotions, of their situation, of the people around them. Okay, if you don't like the way I behave, I'm going to pull back. Okay, what do you have for me? I'm going to go ahead and get that from you, but I'm not going to offer a whole lot. You know? It's about needing to, like, call it, you know, like when you're in that poker game and, you know, somebody is bluffing. It's like, okay, I'm going to have to call it. Let me see your hand, you know? And it's like a needing to see something, because it was like before you weren't really all that clear that the situation wasn't all that abundant. You're trying to find support in the wrong areas. You're trying to put energy and build foundations with the wrong people. And if you put too much energy in things that doesn't really work, and that's never really worked, that's never really supported you, then why do you continue to do it? Because you're trying to seek something, as saying that the moniker we seek, because you feel a lack of clarity and a lack of abundance, and you're trying to seek some kind of clarity, or, you know, as to an understanding, or like some kind of emotional help from the wrong person. Because this person here is like, okay, this is too much grief. I can't deal with this. It's giving me too much headache. I'm just going to cause judgment and walk away. I'm going to pull my energy back and make a stall on this. And you're just trying to manifest in the wrong areas. And this is like a polarity of like energy. You know, when you have your energy, you're feeding energy from like a positive and negative energy, like this magnets of positive and negative polarity that no matter how often you push them together, you could feel the opposite energy pushing you apart. And it's like you're trying to seek something in an area that it's not offering you what you seek. It's, you know, that's the hand that this person is playing is a bluff. It's a show. This is like someone who can be kind of superficial, who has relationships on the superficial level. This is someone who kind of like is very surface area that, you know, they don't, it's like there's not a lot of deep emotions because it's like, you know, even toxic masculinity, like I'm gonna keep myself to myself, I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself, I have these feelings and emotions, but I'm just gonna keep it to myself because it's mine. And if you're gonna cause me issues, then I'm gonna take it away. And you're here trying to pull it out and you're like, no, I want it, give it to me. And this person's like, no, it's mine, I'm gonna stand down, I'm gonna, like, you know. And it's like you're trying to get blood from a stone. Ultimately it leads to the same thing. There's a need to make a head over heart decision, a logical decision, pull the emotional thinking out of whatever you're trying to seek, because you're just trying to get blood from a stone. You're trying to get water from an empty well. Because this person is like, or the situation or the shared job or finance, it's like, it's just not working. It's not gonna work. And what you seek, what you're seeking within this individual or party is just not what you're trying to find. It's not ultimately the thing that's gonna fulfill you. You're looking in the wrong areas. Let me see. Ten of Swords. No communication about this ending. What's this Ten of Pentacles in reverse? Holy moly, that's a lot. It's a lot. Oh, it's all over the place. You're having a lot of... Oh, I'm sorry, Saggy. Seven of Wands. Oh, that's not supposed to be in here. I'm sure there's a reason though. Trying to stay on top of things. Trying to expel your energy into like standing up for yourself. Wheel of Fortune. About a new, about your fortune, about, you know, about abundance, about this finances. Queen of Wands. A Queen of Wands could be watching you, a third party situation, or someone, a woman with or feminine energy with a lot of finance, a lot of fire in their chart. It could be a third party. You could be watching a Queen of Wands, a third party situation. You could be trying to stand up for yourself against the Queen of Wands. But this Queen of Wands could be spying on this third party, on this maybe a couple, or You know, it's like this Queen of Wands is very protective of her energy, is looking out for any kind of, is looking at somebody about a reconciliation. Or it's like, this third Queen of Wands is spying or watching you, or you're watching a Queen of Wands. This is a third party situation. Maybe this is somebody that you thought was, you know, would be something fortunate. Or this is a Queen of Wands that's trying to protect her fortune, or trying to stand up for themselves about some kind of reconciliation. What's this moon? The situation, Four of Swords, rest. What's not seen is there needs to be more sleep. Somebody is not sleeping well. Somebody feels exhausted, overworking, burnt out. Somebody who burns the midnight oils and never sleeps. And when you don't sleep enough, you get thrown off balance. You become, you know, your defenses becomes down, and it's like you become over protective, over anxious. It's like, are you having trouble sleeping? Are you having nightmares? What's this, Temperance? Well, I mean, I know that's you. You want balance. Somebody's even deciding, or like, you know, on the fence about bringing balance into something because it's so much conflict. And it's like brings a lot of stress and anxiety into your life, in both of your lives. This is the polarity of energy that just every time you try to come together, it just goes apart. And it's just too much anxiety, too much conflict. About someone who doesn't invest all that much, or is slow to come around, who keeps their kind of energy to themselves, and they kind of see like what's in it for them. And maybe you're starting to do that now, or maybe there's a need to. Are you trying to fight to build a strong foundation with this devil energy? Someone you feel karmically bound to? Someone that you've been karmically bound to for a really long time? What's this Nine of Wands in reverse with this character? What's this Nine of Wands in reverse? Page of Swords in reverse. Someone who doesn't look before their leap. Someone who could be reckless. Someone who is like overly suspicious, and who can be to the point of paranoia. Because they can be kind of reckless. Because if they're juggling, it's like, oh, I'm gonna see what's best for me. I have a lot of options. I have a lot on my plate. I don't know what I want. Okay, well, you know what? I'm actually gonna make a decision. I'm gonna drop something. King of Hearts. It's like I want to go towards something. I have a lot of passion for it, but I want to hold back and I don't want to say anything. Because I'm going to keep my emotions to myself. My emotions are mine. You know, it's like, you know, this person is so emotionally kind of closed off that when you're dealing with an energy like this, it actually tends to bring up a lot of emotions around you. Like it starts to stir up a lot of emotions, because when somebody around you is so emotionally closed off, this person might come with an energy as in like where people are overreacting to them, because it's like you feel like, and it's weird, this person's probably like, everybody is crazy. He or she walks around like everybody's crazy. Why does everyone overly emotionally react towards me? It's because they're emotionally closed off and they don't give any emotions. And so it's like somebody else needs to kind of compensate for that emotion. And this happens on an unconscious and an energetic level. It's like they come in with the passion and they come in with action, but then there's no emotions. I'm going to control all of it. And so it's like the energy tries to find a way to balance itself by, and then you start to have all this emotional reactions. Judgment, 10 of Hearts. I'm going to make a final judgment about this emotional kind of like connection. Yeah, this is something that I have a lot of feelings and emotions. I'm not going to share it. It's mine. This may seem like something that I want. This seems like something that is emotionally fulfilling to me, or that would be, but I'm going to call emotion. I'm going to call a judgment on it. Ooh, the devil, the devil, because I feel tied to it. I feel controlled by it. I need to control all of it. I need to control all of it's mine. All of this emotion is mine. I'm not going to share it. Whatever I feel, it's mine. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Cups. I'm going to act like I don't want it because it's toxic. Because now that I see, even though I thought it was fulfilling, that it's toxic, this is something that I feel karmically bound to. Tell me more about this devil. I'm going to have strength. I'm going to stay in control. I'm going to still have strength against this. And I'm going to keep myself back from it. And I'm not going to accept this emotional situation. I'm not going to share it. I'm not going to accept it, because it's like I feel karmically bound to it, but I need to control it. Because I feel like I'm in a mental and emotional prison. I feel stuck mentally and emotionally. It's like somebody who does have a lot of emotions, but it's like they don't allow themselves to feel it, and they suppress everything. And, you know, maybe that's something to think about if this hits. Why do I feel so emotionally reactive around this person? Why do I have these huge, large, emotional, like, outbursts around this person? It's not even really like me. And then this person is thinking, why is everyone crazy around me? And they're emotionally reacting towards me. I'm just trying to go in balanced, you know? And they're like, oh, okay, well, it's because I'm trying to suppress everything. I'm trying to have strength because my emotions are mine. And okay, I see this as toxic now, and I got to hold back, and I don't want it because I'm trying to stay strong, or I'm going to stay strong, and I'm going to keep myself stuck. This is someone who's emotionally suppressed. And that's this control aspect. That's the thing that's keeping them from any kind of happy, fulfilled situation. I bet this person is really confused as to why everyone's being so emotionally reactive towards me. It's because they suppress so much. And it's like, I don't know, it's like So it's like, I don't know. That's possibly why this is not a good situation. Temperance, finding balance. I'm trying to find the balance. There's a need to find the balance. This is you here. You're trying to bring balance back into your own life now. Maybe because you're starting to see this. It's like, okay, I'll dip my toe in. And I'm going to see what's in my bag of tricks, you know, like I'm going to see what's in my disposal, what's in my resources, you know. I'll dip my toe in just a little bit to see what's there. And I'm trying to balance out my emotional and my psychic energy. And maybe there is a need to find a way to balance out your energy against situations like this. It's because maybe you're trying to control bringing it out of this person, or you're just trying to balance the energy, whether it's unconsciously or energetically. And it's like a need to control yourself in response to that. And you're bringing yourself back into balance by standing up for yourself and realizing, okay, like this person is going to stay in control of their self and their emotions. And, you know, it's like, I can't balance this situation, but I can balance my situation. I could balance my emotions. And maybe this is a learning curve in order to do that, because that's what we're here for, is in order to learn. And ultimately, this is going to be like that magnets, you know, push and pull, always trying to come together while it repels. This is totally karmic. And I feel like this is going to be something that is like a... It's a test of, like, you know, of seeing how well you're able to balance out your energy and how much you're willing to invest in something, and needing to spread out your energy into something, to invest in something that's actually fulfilling or worth it. Trying to be more logical while you're feeling emotionally unbalanced. Advice, Goddess of the Moon, intuition. I don't know if that's... Okay, sure. Strategy. You're intuitively trying to have some kind of... You're intuitively sensing some kind of strategy about this earth sign, or about somebody that... The Sun, Angel of Strength, third chakra, man holding a heart, walking away. You're going to get victory by walking away from this. Because intuitively you're picking up that whoever is, you know, I mean, this is like somebody too who's like, somebody who also controls their energy as well. This is someone who can be quite balanced as well. And, you know, this can be a positive situation that you could learn from this person into being able to control your energy as well, and your emotions more as well. But, you know, it is a positive attribute, but it can lead to a toxic place as well. You know, it can go to the extreme that, you know, this person is just totally closed off, and, you know, like, you're never going to get anything from it. But in the short term, this is actually a good way. This is a superpower that you could learn from this energy, into how much that you could invest, and how you can invest, and how this person brings up these overreactions and emotions from you, and how to best like control that, and how to pull yourself back, you know, when you feel like you're gonna be more reactive towards a situation. This is a superpower to learn, but of course it can lead to something toxic. Third chakra, like if it goes to the extreme, like completely stunted and closed off, like I'm just going to shut everything down because I feel it's dangerous, you know? So the third chakra is the solar plexus. It represents self-esteem, pleasure, willpower, personal responsibility, having personal responsibility of yourself and your own emotions. And it's learning that. When it's in balance, it's like low self-esteem, control issues, manipulative tendencies, and misuse of power. It's time to grow these parts of yourself and your, you know, like your solar plexus. So maybe that's out of balance. Ultimately, you know, this person, you know, he definitely is, he or she, balanced. Personal responsibility and self-esteem. It's learning this superpower and how to walk away when needed, and to learn self-love. And maybe this is why this person brings up such raw emotions from you, is because this is a part of your own alignments and chakras that's kind of out of whack. And if somebody brings up these kind of emotions towards you, it usually is an indicator that, you know, it's just not right. It just doesn't work together, and you know, it's not aligned. It's the polarities are in the, you know, conflicting energies, and this is something that's definitely karmic. And it's teaching you how to let go and how to have self-love, and how to ultimately, like, you know, control, like, this controlling aspects of yourself, of, you know, or like that would come up whenever you're feeling insecure. Maybe this is due to some kind of like you know, these unhealed wounds that you have, these like rejection issues, fear of abandonment, these fears of like a lack mentality. Whenever you feel like you're in lack, you become imbalanced, and, you know, insecure, you become over controlling. And maybe this is like that projection of a mirror that, you know, sometimes when we meet those energies, that's like that polar opposite, it's known to make us aware of something. And it's not something that we could see as like, oh, I hate myself, I'm messed up. You never want to see it like that, because we all have things. Like, maybe this person is a little emotionally suppressed, and maybe this is like getting blood from a stone. I think this person does come up with a lot of situations like this, of people are way overly emotionally reactive, and, you know, he's probably wondering, why is everyone crazy around me? It's because that's something in him that he needs to work on, and that's the universe is trying to show him or her. And it's like they're trying to show you aspects of yourself, of this fear of abandonment or loss, and how you react due to those wounds that you've yet to heal in order to best interact with our relationships in the long run. All tied up on the bottom of the deck. How you keep yourself stuck. It's learning how to breathe, release, how to become more self-aware, how to self-reflect, how to stay within your body, and how to release anxieties that come up, and in order to best control it in a way that it doesn't come out in toxic tendencies. It's learning balance and self-love and self-esteem from this perpetual feeling of being left behind or rejection due to fears of abandonment. But that's what I got for you, Saggy. I love you lots. This hits, hit that like button, donation box below if you feel made to do so. Bye.